Mr. T here, looking at 7B. This is how the North, the South, and the West became increasingly connected through economic and industrial expansion with the American system and Henry Clay. So you had the North, the South, and the West acting as these independent regions. But as transportation improved and as transportation increased, you had these different regions becoming more and more connected, working together. And there were three main ways uh, people and goods were transported. You had roads, rails, and canals. So as as more roads were built, as more railways were built, and as more canals were built, these regions became more and more connected and were able to grow economically and in industry. And so, uh, through Clay's, so Henry Clay was a promoter of the American system, this whole idea of nationalizing the American economy. So instead of having these states just working independently, let's get America as a nation working together economically. So the whole idea was this: the South and the West had the raw materials that the North, the northern factories, needed to produce goods, to make goods. So, if transportation could get better, if the North could receive the southern raw materials, the western raw materials, then they could produce the goods, make the goods, and then get those goods back to the markets. So that was the whole key here, improving transportation. Because these northern factories also had the large immigrant populations, the cheap, unskilled labor to produce the goods. And so in Clay's American system, it had three parts. First, you had protective tariffs that were intended to uh, make consumers buy American made products because these tariffs made goods that were imported, so coming into America, more expensive. Secondly, you had the government funding these large infrastructure improvements. You had the government funding, help fund, and create these large transportation initiatives of building railroads, canals, and roads. And then, third, you had the creation, the restoration of a national bank, stabilizing the economy.